Alright, what up, guys? Oh, shit, I'm real loud. I think I. Give me a sec. Alright, what up, guys? JC here, back with the Chasen, just us two today. We'll be going over some fights on the UFC 232 card, on the prelims, and all the fights on the main card. So let's get started with BJ Penn, the Prodigy, versus the Wizard, Ryan Hall.
Yeah, this fight interests me because just based on how old BJ Penn is and that he's still doing this crazy sport, I think he probably has better stand up than Ryan Hall. I watched some of his highlights. I didn't get a chance to watch any full fights of his, but he doesn't look like very fluid.
Yeah, he's mostly submissions, right? Mostly like a ground fighter.
Yeah, before the
It's like a
UFC,
ground
he had
specialist.
a lot. Yeah, he's a BJJ black belt, and like
Yeah, he's a wizard.
yes.
Like,
So
pull
if he
his
can get
magic
it to the
tricks on
mat,
you.
BJ Penn has really good jiu-jitsu too, though.
Yeah, I mean he's been training jiu-jitsu for years.
Yeah,
So
be interesting
yeah,
to see
it's
who
an
has
interesting fight. But like you said, I think BJ Penn has the better stand-up, and I think he also has good takedown defense. And I don't know if Ryan Hall can get it to the ground, but we'll see because BJ Penn is like older now, so
yeah.
they often get caught and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's an
Yeah.
interesting fight.
Just also too for BJ Penn, it's you gotta think he's gonna be retiring soon, right? Like, I wonder if
Yeah,
this is his
he's
last
like
fight.
40
Yeah,
something.
I haven't seen any media stuff with him. All right, should we go to the ladies' bout?
Yeah, Kat Anderson versus Megan Zingano.
Yeah. Kat Zingano's debut at featherweight, and Megan Anderson is quite a big featherweight. So
Her last fight was Holly Holm, right?
yeah.
Who was before that?
I'm not too sure. I think that was her UFC debut, actually.
Oh, really? So she's only had one UFC
I
fight.
believe
then.
so.
I see. Well, she's like totally huge. And so the girl she totally destroyed with like was it elbows?
Like in
Like
Invicta or something?
Yeah, it was in Invicta.
I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was her UFC debut or something.
Maybe she does have. I could be wrong. I've only seen
Oh.
her fight Holly Holm. Is what I meant.
I don't know if we could look up her record here. Yes, you can.
But yeah, so Holly Holm dominated her for like 3 rounds, and Kat Zingano is a better wrestler in my opinion than Holly Holm and a better grappler, and I think she lands good
Isn't
damage.
she like a ground specialist too?
Yeah, and she's really good at like posturing up on the ground and like getting good power and like
Yeah.
ground and pound and stuff. She's pretty vicious,
Yeah.
dude.
Isn't she? I think she walks around at like 185, 175 or something. That's pretty crazy.
Did you hear it on the Joe Rogan's podcast or?
No, I saw it in some video, one of the
Oh.
breakdown videos. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, go down. They'll have it.
Events. Was it here?
Yeah, she's only had the one fight. Go down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. These pages are cool. I haven't looked at these before, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
But okay.
It's crazy reach.
5'6" to yeah. I mean, it's crazy that she only has 5 inches on her. I would imagine she would have more, being like. Well, I guess she's only 6 inches taller,
Yeah.
but the tall people usually just have abnormally long arms. Yeah, but yeah, really long leg reach, as to be expected. Does does Megan Anderson throw any good kicks?
She couldn't get any. I don't know. She couldn't get anything off in the Holly Holm fight.
Yeah, I didn't see any, but I haven't watched her Invicta stuff, so.
Yeah, I just know
Holly
that-
Holm's a good kickboxer too. So.
Yeah. Megan Anderson looked like she had to cut a lot of weight, and she probably has like big hands and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah,
She's got a puncher's chance, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Kaz Ngannou has a good chance of winning though.
Yeah.
I
My money
think
would go on
I
her.
would probably favor her. Yeah. Wrestlers these days. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think that's it for this fight. We'll go on to the main card. Okay, 2 5'6", totally ripped guys. Um, yeah. So Chad Mendez really quick with his hands. I don't think he throws a lot of kicks from what I've seen. I mean, I've watched a lot of his fights. There hasn't been any notable kicks that I've seen from Chad Mendez, but he does have really fast hands, and his overhand right is insanely quick and powerful, and he's also one of the best, I believe, pound for pound wrestlers in the whole UFC. So, yeah, I think that will be a big advantage for him in this fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Volkanovski would be able to. Yeah, I don't think he would be able to out wrestle Chad Mendez, and I think Chad Mendez is probably just gonna, pressure him.
Yeah, they
like-
kind of have like the same game. It's just like Chad Mendez is better at it.
Yeah. So.
And Chad Mendez like closes distance really well.
And he's
like
quicker. His stand up is
I
quicker.
watched a lot of his fights. He has good striking defense too, actually.
Yeah. Just not against Conor McGregor.
No cap.
That's true. So
Volkanovski just beat Chad Mendez's teammate too, Darren Elkins, in his last fight.
yeah.
That was a crazy fight.
Volkanovski hasn't had too many fights. Oh no, he's had a good amount of fights actually.
I think he's been in UFC since like 2013 or 14.
Yeah. So yeah, his output is a lot higher than Chad Mendez, but I don't think I don't think Chad Mendez would get caught. I think he would just,
Yeah.
do his game and return. So yeah.
Next one. We got some ranked light heavyweights.
Yo Romero versus Corey Anderson.
You're Latifi. He looks like him. So, I don't have too much to say about this one. I just think both, like, Corey Anderson is like a hard-working, like, grinder wrestler.
Yeah,
So
you can see it in his face.
So he's gonna win by like just like taking guys down. He has the most takedowns in light heavyweight history, and Latifi's he's a good wrestler because he trains at. Sorry, but I forgot the
American
name.
Top Team?
No.
Is it? No.
No, he trains at the place where it's
Gustafsson, yeah,
Volkan
the
Osten.
Swedish
Alliance?
All-Star.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's All-Star.
All-Star. It's either All-Star or Alliance.
Yeah, one of those.
But all those guys are good wrestlers. So
yeah.
and he's like a ripped
Superhuman.
Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna knock out Corey Anderson with my prediction.
Yeah. I predict that too, like a second round KO.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Latifi gasses.
That's true.
Yeah, he could get gassed later in the fight. All these like totally ripped guys. I mean, some of them are really good at using like the stamina they do have. And yeah, they'll save it in the middle rounds and like come out the 5th round or 4th and 5th round and totally win the decision. So.
And Anderson does have a reach, and he's showed that he's getting better in every fight. So he might have his range down better for this fight.
Yeah, so if you can just, use this distance and stay at bay, yeah, I think they both have a chance of winning. But Ilir Latifi is he's lightning fast, totally strong.
Yeah, he's devastating power.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, Carlos Condit versus Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa's first fight at welterweight, and Carlos Condit, I think, has lost. I believe that record's like inaccurate. I think he's like lost last like 7 of his last 9 fights or something. I mean, he's still.
No, that's the correct record.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was like pretty much undefeated for a while, right?
I might be thinking of someone else then. There's someone else that looks like just like him. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. So Michael Chiesa, his fighting style is basically just pressures you and tries to get the takedown, right? He like sets you up punches,
take the back,
and then, and tries to take the back. But I think Carlos Condit, his takedown defense isn't too good, but once it does get to the floor, I think his back game is pretty good. But I don't think it's good enough or better than Chiesa's, and I don't think he would be able to pull off any submissions if it does get there. But on the feet, I think Carlos Condit would definitely win on the feet.
I think Chiesa made a good decision by going to 170 because I feel like even though he missed weight in that Pettis fight, it probably messed him up still. And I'm just glad.
Yeah,
he's
a huge guy.
Yeah,
he's like really tall. I think he walks around like 195 or something. So
yeah, it's definitely better for him. He looked healthy, but his striking is pretty bad in the Pettis fight. So hopefully he can get it to the mat if he's gonna come away with the win.
Yeah. So wants to see who can get their game plan off. It's what it comes down to. But I believe Carlos Condit would probably. Well, no, I believe it'll probably go to decision. I don't think.
Yeah, I
don't think they're gonna get it.
I don't know what this one. This one's I have no clue for me.
Yeah. All right.
Whew.
Yeah. This is my main event right here. But 2 5'8" beasts in the women's divisions, 145, 135, both champions. Cyborg, insane pressure and power, and Amanda Nunes. I mean, I think they both have similar fighting styles. They just like to pressure and impose like their power and striking a skill basically on you. But I think Amanda Nunes doesn't like to be pressured. When she gets put in like pressuring situations, she doesn't handle them very well. But I personally have not seen Cyborg in a pressured situation before. I don't know.
It's never happened.
Yeah, so I don't know how she would react if Amanda was able to get her game off.
That's what makes this fight.
Yeah. So, on the ground though, I think Amanda's jiu-jitsu is better, but Cyborg probably has better wrestling.
Stronger,
So she's a bigger person in general too. So, on the ground, I think if it does get to the ground, Amanda will be able to get back up pretty easily though. So it'll just come down to who wins on the feet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Cyborg fan. I like Nunez too, but
Respect.
I just want to say, the way they promoted this end of the year card was really good. Like all the countdown episode and all that stuff. Yeah.
I only saw a few of them. I haven't seen the ones posted like yesterday.
And then I think, like you said, I think Nunez is gonna try to get out and pressure her, bring the fight to her.
Yeah.
But I think that's when she's gonna realize that she can't.
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna break. I think Cyborg's just gonna beat her like she beats everybody.
And even if she is able to pressure her for a little bit, I don't. She does tend to gas in her fights too, and I don't think Cyborg gasses. No. So she's like a superhuman.
Yeah,
so
she's amazing.
Yeah. So
I say early knockout.
Yeah, early knockout for either of them, really. If Amanda Nunes were to win, it would probably have to be an early finish as well. I don't think she could take it into later rounds. I mean, unless her cardio's just gotten way better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and on to the main event. Jon Jones versus Alexander Gustafsson. These two fought first in 2014,
2013.
2013. Yeah, incredible fight. Gustafsson was winning all the way up until like halfway through the fourth round or the beginning or something.
This is the end of the fourth round.
Yeah, the end. Yeah, so Jon Jones almost finished him. Really, Gustafsson was like wobbling and like walking back to his corner, but I think coming into this fight, Gustafsson is more. I feel like he just has more incentive to win, and I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, yeah, because he has to have been training hard. He's been at the top the whole time. He's been at the top of the rankings.
Yeah, but we have seen Jon Jones being out and coming back with, just incredible performance every time. So we know for sure Jon Jones
He's going to show up, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have ring rust. And yeah, sometimes I get like a little nervous though, just because I don't know if the nervous is the right word, but when the fighters start talking about how like all they're focusing on is like their opponent and stuff, and they're like thinking too much about the opponent, I feel like that's when most fighters usually lose, is when they're not focused on their game as much. And I feel like Gustafsson's kind of there right now. Like,
but
he's like thinking about Jon Jones.
Yeah, but he always says like he can only focus on like what he can do, and like
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think he's got to figure it out.
Fighter mentality. But yeah, I would definitely bet on Gustafsson too.
I feel like I don't know. I
going
hope
to
we
win,
can
but-
see him come out and move. Just he's good at moving, but that's what got him tired in the first fight. Is how much he moves.
And Jon Jones might have figured out a plan for that. He's always, like he does. He goes really deep with his opponents, and he really studies all their habits and stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? He's gonna just use that like the oblique kick and stuff. That kick, I don't really like those kicks.
The one to the knee.
Yeah, it's like easy to land and like
Fucks the other person
yeah.
up.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to counter that. Can you just check it?
Yeah, just pick your leg up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't like even hurt, I don't think. Well, for these guys, I mean, not like a normal person.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's probably it's a lot harder in check kicks than it looks like in there.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, for
Like
sure.
it all happens so fast.
That's why I'm saying
especially.
that's why I don't like that kick too, because you can
Yeah.
get it off faster than a round kick too. Like
Yeah.
so
Just
yeah.
real quick.
Well, I think Jon Jones. This is always my favorite fight for them being matched up in the light heavyweight division, because Jon Jones couldn't take him down. Everybody else Jones's face, even like DC. He could take
Yeah,
him
I think
down.
he got one takedown at the end of the fight or something when Gustafsson was gassed.
Oh, like yeah.
I think even
maybe.
when he was gassed, he defended one, but then towards like the very end of the fight, I think he might have gotten one.
Yeah, I think Gustafsson's really dude. Gustafsson took down DC a few times too.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler. All those guys that train at the All Star gym, is it All Star
Yeah.
Alliance? I don't think it's Alliance. I think Alliance
All-Star.
is in America.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the All Star. But yeah.
All right.
And so in the press conference, I saw what you were saying about that girl that asked him the questions,
Yeah.
and he just kept saying like sit down, like terrible journalism.
Yeah.
Obviously just like avoiding the question. But have you seen the Jeff Nowitzki on Joe Rogan's podcast?
No, I was gonna watch it, but I fell asleep.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it too, but I think basically what happens, like what Jon Jones was saying, is basically what Jeff Nowitzki says, at least like according to Joe Rogan.
It seems weird, dude.
Yeah,
almost
it
seems
does
like
seem
a
super
script.
weird.
It's like a script.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
It's just
look
don't
into
even-
it, man.
Yeah.
No, but this one does seem a bit odd to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, like what? Why did it just come out right now?
Yeah.
You know? But It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think it'll be even more of an accomplishment. I mean,
Are we going?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we'll be there. We'll probably get some live footage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll play it back. Play back on Sunday while we discuss it for you guys. But yeah, that'll be it for today.
All right.
And follow us at MMA Memes on Instagram.
Yeah.
And tune back in on Sunday. We'll be talking about the results of the fight and some other stuff.
And we will have watched it live.
All right, yeah. Later.
All right. Have a good night, fellas.